I was gonna do a tarot reading earlier, but then I changed my mind, and then I changed my mind again, and I feel like the energy for today is too good to not do a tarot reading, so I want to do a full video rather than a shorts video. And I think I'm going to do all signs divided up into elements today. So I'm going to start with air, and I'm going to start with Aquarius. And I'm going to use the Illuminated Tarot deck to start with. So this is going to be for Aquarius. I'm starting with air signs and Aquarius. So the Moon card, Intuition, 8 of Cups. Like needing some sort of needing a vision. 2 of Cups. So you may be expecting to hear something from somebody, and you may not be getting a message that you have been expecting to receive. But it's just a matter of patience. Ten of Pentacles reversed and 10 of Wands reversed. So it's like this message that's coming through is something that you had a very good feeling about, Aquarius, and you just knew it would happen, and then all of a sudden it didn't. And it feels like a letdown, kind of. Like you may feel like you were basically let down in hearing some good news, which is not a good feeling to have. This is the Thoth Tarot. That card almost wanted to come out, but it didn't. Okay, so 4 cards just flew up just now. We have the Stars, and then 3 cards in reverse. Here's the Stars card. Queen of Pentacles reversed, Page of Swords reversed, and Page of Wands reversed. So yeah, you were expecting to get some sort of good news, and it's not that you got bad news, it's just that you didn't get the news at all. But it's just a matter of time, because I feel like the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Wands reversed is not saying that you're not going to get the news, it's just now there's not a calendar put onto this information that you're expecting to receive. I'm going to get a drink of water. I'm going to pause the video. So I think that the message here is to not be discouraged by the lack of communication or the lack of information that's coming through. Although it can feel discouraging when you expect to get some sort of information and then you get nothing. So don't be discouraged. Maybe this information that you were expecting to get at a specific time has changed, and that is why this information, Aquarius, is delayed for you. Because we have to the sea in reverse, higher power in reverse, new life, and clean it up in reverse. So it may be best to use this time to do some busy work and maybe even meditate on something completely different from this information that you're expecting. It could even be that you wanted to plan something, but you can't figure out a day that is the best to plan. Maybe because if you wait to make this plan, maybe if you made the plan right now, then a better day and a better time would pop up in the future that you should have made the plan for. But because you're forced to delay, you don't have to deal with this change or edit in plans. So I think it's just saying, take a deep breath. Your cup will be filled in the Two of Cups. It's 8 of Cups and 2 of Cups together. So these were the first 2 cards that came out. Just know that there's a purpose for a delay. There's a purpose to have to wait for something. It's just that waiting doesn't really feel the greatest. So maybe you were expecting to take a vacation, and it's not that you have a mess up in the vacation planning, but maybe you can't decide when to take this vacation. So I think this is an invitation to take a deep breath, take a step back, and just take up space in time. And then that meditation of space and time will help give you a better idea of when to plan a vacation. Or maybe you're expecting a specific phone call from somebody and you haven't received the phone call, but that's because if they would have called you at the expected time, you would not have gotten the news that you would get if the phone call was delayed or waited for. Okay. I'm going to pull a food card. So Aquarius, just kind of chill out for a minute. Not that you're not. And we have the many named in reverse. The Vietnamese upright, which they're both sandwiches. They're like opposites but the same. One's spicy, the other one's a little more classic, where it's like a submarine sandwich. Honestly, I can't even think of the other names for this sandwich right now, but it is the many named. The hot mess, which is like a hot fudge sundae. And the ice cream scoop in reverse. So it's like 4 food cards. 2 and 2 are the same, but they're opposites of each other. So that you put these two, it's the same thing, but each of these two cards are opposites, where one's reverse and one is the same. That's my dryer. I was waiting for a more quiet time to do a tarot reading, and then I was like, no, it's a quiet time, but I forgot I started cleaning. So there's life happening in the background right now. Yeah, so it's just, I think both of these are saying, okay, so you have the spicy sandwich upright, and then the classic reversed, the classic ice cream cone reversed, and then the hot fudge sundae upright. So the news that is delayed in this reading is going to probably be better than what was expected, but it's just that feeling of time in between the situation that's causing this sort of turmoil. And this time, the message in this tarot reading for Aquarius is saying, do not panic, do not feel a negative feeling from this waiting, but use this waiting as an opportunity to do something for yourself. Do something that is going to help you just feel better. Like this sandwich has a little bit more meat in it. It still has the veggies like the other sandwich does, but you have a little more protein. There's a little bit more oomph. There's the jalapeno. And then these ice creams, if it melts, you still have the bowl because it's a hot fudge sundae. So the cone, you don't have the cone, you don't have that sugary cone. Just like in this one, you don't have the cheese, but there's more meat, there's more protein. This one, you have toppings and a bowl. So if your ice cream melts, waiting and meditating in this amount of time is just going to be more beneficial. Especially with the Ten of Pentacles reversed. It's not about looking at the past. It's not about carrying this burden of wands. It's about knowing that you have these things, because if you reverse them, they're right there, but they're just in limbo. And this limbo period is supposed to be a period of strength for not reflection, but just to be able to carry yourself better. And I'm going to do one card from the Goddess Guidance deck to end this reading for Aquarius. Or if more than one card flies out, then we'll see. But I'm looking for one card. And it's just a matter of time. Yeah. Fertility came out in reverse, flew out in reverse. When the cards fly out, they do this sort of whirlwind effect. So it's just that this information or this moment that you're waiting for, it's something you already know, and you're already expecting it. It's not something new, but the waiting in this is going to give you a more fertile environment. Your Ten of Pentacles will be upright eventually, and your Ten of Wands will be upright eventually, but right now they're in reverse, right over the stars, which represents time. There's a perfect timing to things. And sometimes you need to let things marinate. Okay. So now I'm going to shuffle the cards for Gemini. We're going to go through the air signs. So air sign, Gemini. Gemini, okay. And this is just going to be a general reading. It's not going to be for any specific thing, and I just like to use metaphors. So it's just going to be a general metaphor for whatever this metaphor pertains to in your life situation. Okay, so for Gemini. I'm going to start the reading off with a card from this deck right here, the Wisdom of the Oracle. Here is the box for this deck. Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reid. So, Gemini, what do we have for Gemini? Serendipity, luck, grabbing onto something, like catching something in thin air. Like there are clovers everywhere in this card. And then you catch one and float away with it. So what is this lucky circumstance for Gemini? Maybe you hear a piece of information from somebody that gives you inspiration. So we have Observer, Upright, and Between Worlds in reverse. Yeah, so maybe you overhear a conversation in public and that little piece of information inspires you somewhere and gives you movement in where you're headed, or even in a new direction. Something that you would not have otherwise thought of. Just something that you don't even really need to grasp and hold on to. It's just kind of picking you up, like the picture in this card. Like there's a very light string. It's a stem. Just something inspirational coming into your life. And I feel like it hasn't happened yet, and it's going to happen. Something going to happen maybe to you or around you. Most likely around you, because it's going to be something that happens in your environment, and then it gives you this like oomph in a forward movement, something somewhere completely unrelated. And this card came out sideways, Queen of Cups. So it might be something that emotionally triggers you. To make a decision somewhere else. Like maybe you have a business idea that you were not sure about, and then you overhear this other conversation where somebody's talking about something completely random, and then this business idea gets triggered by an emotional response to this conversation that you hear. I'm going to move to another deck. This is the Hermetic Tarot. Alright, we have 4 cards. The Star in reverse, 9 of Wands reverse, 5 of Wands reverse, and 10 of Swords upright. So maybe this actually seems like you're dodging something. You're inspired from a conversation that you had or overheard to escape something that you were planning on doing. Like you had this idea or motive, but then you notice something and it stops you from going forward with it. And stopping going forward with this motive is actually going to save you time and emotional turmoil. It's going to stop you from doing busy work, basically. Like maybe you had a really good idea, but you just weren't sure how it was going to get done, and then you overhear this piece of information, and then it solidifies that you maybe shouldn't move forward in this situation. I'm going to pull a card from the Oracle of Messages of Love Oracle cards. So it's like dodging a bullet, yeah. Try something you've never done before, because if this was an idea that you were supposed to move forward with, you wouldn't have such mixed feelings about this situation. So it's something that you haven't heard yet that's going to be an invitation to motivate you to put a stop to something that you haven't started yet because you're supposed to be going in a different direction. So if you're not sure why you're supposed to halt this thing, there's going to be a small piece of information that's going to move you in a more positive direction, and it's going to feel like luck. And then that luck will be something that you won't have to have mixed feelings about. That lucky thing will be something that you know you should move forward with. And that was a general reading for Gemini. And this is going to be a reading for Libra. 2 cards just came out from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. I was not ready for these cards to come out, so I'm not turning them over yet, but I feel like they really wanted to come out, and I'm going to read them. So I'm going to shuffle the Thoth Tarot, and we have a card from the Thoth Tarot. Okay. So we have, for Libra, a leg up and happy, happy in reverse. And the Stars card in the Thoth Tarot in reverse. So I think that for this, for Libra, there's something that is already, it's information that you have been withholding, and now is the moment to possibly use that withholding to your advantage. Do not give this information that you have been withholding away just yet. But the reason you have been withholding this information or thing is because of a particular moment in time that is about to show up for you. And you're going to see why it was important for you to withhold this information. And it's not saying now is the time to give the information that you were withholding. And then the Air card in reverse, yes. So do not keep withholding whatever it is that you're withholding, but observe and notice why you may have been guided to not share this information. Pay attention to what's happening around you, Libra. And pay attention to why yeah, so this information that you've been withholding is going to show you its purpose. And it's going to give you more of a leg up, more strength. Ace of Wands and the Strength card. So keep holding on to this, just like this card shows. Keep holding on to whatever it is you're not sharing, and it's going to benefit you in the near future. And I'm going to do a UFO card to end it for Libra. Just a piece of advice with not sharing this information. It's probably going to be hard and it's going to be difficult not to share this piece of information, and that's why it's going to give you strength. That's why it's going to benefit you, because it's something that you normally might share. So yeah, just keep being strong and understand that not everything, Libra, needs to be public info. And as a Libra moon, I definitely relate to this. So yeah, keep holding on to yourself and what you know and what you desire, because that's for you at this particular time. And others are going to want this information, but it's best to understand that it's yours right now. So you have 6 of Wands. It might be 6 of Air. I really am not quite sure with this deck. I just know that there's a UFO and there are people coming out of it and they want your info. So you gotta be strong, and being strong is gonna make you stronger right now. Okay, so next I'm going to move on to the fire signs. I'm going to start with Aries. Aries, 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 Aries. What's for the Ram, the Aries? Okay, so Aries, there's something on your mind that is really pressing. So it might be an invitation to start meditating, trying to free up space in your mind. We have Orphaned and a leg up in reverse. Something that you may be overthinking, that you're overthinking it so much that it's causing a shift in other parts of your life. And it's an invitation to not forget about it, but try to think about it less. Don't completely stop thinking about this. Yeah, don't stop thinking about it. But you might be thinking about it so much that it's affecting parts of your life that it doesn't need to, Aries. So we have 5 of Pentacles and 2 of Wands, or 2 of Air. I'm going to stop saying the part for that. But it's this 2. Pretty sure it's 2 of Wands, and then the lightsabers are Air, but bear with me here on the tarot UFO, the UFO tarot. It's all in Russian, and I usually go by the images in this deck, and this image is in reverse, but upright. Here's what it looks like. It's a fiery light being poking this giant ball of fire, or light, and it's so alike with this orb that the hand goes right into the ball. It's like putting so much, and it's a 3, putting so much pressure onto something with such little effort. And then 5 of Pentacles came out in reverse. So it's needing to let go of something just a little bit so that you don't lose yourself, Aries. And 5 of Wands, the Devil card, and Strength in reverse. So there's a couple cards from the last reading that came out, but they flew out along with another card. Both of the ones that were in the Libra reading, which is opposite of Aries, came out in reverse, where in the last reading they were upright, which I understand could be the way I shuffled it. But I still feel like reading it this way, because Aries and Libra are opposite of one another. Yeah, Aries, you're holding on to something so much that it's affecting parts of your life that it doesn't need to. And it's not something that you shouldn't think about, which is why I think you're thinking about it so greatly. But it's needing to understand that if you completely put pressure on this thought, you're going to lose yourself into it. And I think that message is pretty clear for Aries. And it just started raining, and I'm doing fire signs. So I'm going to move on to Leo. Yeah, so Aries, don't get discouraged by this thought. This thought is a burden, but it's your burden to bear. It's your burden to bear.
I love your mom.
I love you too, Clara Bear.
Bruh.
Okay, I'm going to pause the video now. Okay?
Bruh.
Alright, I unpaused it. My daughter is an Aries. Yeah, so Aries, just kind of understand that there's not, this thought isn't there for no particular reason, but just don't lose yourself. There's no lesson itself in the thought. It's just don't lose yourself in this overbearing thought that you're having back and forth in your mind. Don't lose yourself, Aries. Okay, so here's a reading for Leo next. And I'm going to start with the Messages of Love Oracle cards for Leo. Just one more shuffle on these cards, though. Okay, so Leo, 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 Leo. Leo, 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 Leo. Leo. We have rejection in reverse and different pages. So maybe you're talking to somebody, Leo, that you're not sure where to move next. But it's understanding that you're learning something from this person. There's a reason that you're in this, like, I'm not sure how I feel about them. Like, I'm not sure how I feel, but they're not calling things off, and I don't want to call things off because maybe you guys are having a good time, but it's because there's going to be a fork in your path. I'm going to do another card from Robo Oracle. Acceptance and friendship in reverse. So I think that this person is here to teach you something, sort of like a karmic relationship. You may have somebody in your life that's here specifically to teach you about yourself and about other people. And it's not saying you need to make a decision to cut this person out of your life. It's saying acceptance, everything happens for a reason. Friendship is in reverse. This friendship is leading to something more, but it's in reverse. And come to the edge came out sideways. So it's not that it's up to you to make a decision on whether or not you're going to become best friends with this person, have a relationship with this person, but there's somebody in your life that's there to try to teach you about opposites, what you are and what you are not, what they are and what they are not. And it's not that it's good or bad, it's just to show you the differences between different people. It may even be a coworker. So maybe you have this coworker who keeps talking about something that you're not really into, and they have different hobbies than you, but these new hobbies are going to show you more about your hobbies that you know so much about, and teach you these minor little tweaks that you could make in order to make your hobby more broad. Give a more broad perspective on yourself. Ten of Swords reverse. So it's a relationship that's supposed to be lighthearted, or something just lighthearted, just to teach you about yourself, Leo. And you don't have to make any decision or do anything with this lesson. It's just going to come naturally to you. There's no statement that needs to be made with this other situation. Yeah, this card came out sideways. Ten of Pentacles sideways. So it's just kind of something that's there, and you don't have to make it go away. You don't have to draw it towards you. It's just like this aspect of Jupiter where you're learning. And why do you need to learn this different? Obviously, to learn more about yourself and about other people. But what is it exactly? What is the purpose? Two of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, and Six of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, it's just to teach you about yourself. Other people too, but maybe it's because somebody keeps talking about a TV show you don't really watch, but little moments of this TV show will just kind of show you how you feel. And it's like a meditation outside of a meditation. Something that's going to help you just understand yourself more. And that's why you don't need to necessarily take any action. Just kind of hang out. It sounds pretty simple. So I'm going to move on to Sagittarius. My daughter stayed home sick from school today. So I almost didn't do this. I was planning on doing this yesterday, and then I wasn't going to because she's home. But I figure I can keep pausing the video. And I don't really even have to post this, so she's gonna be in the background making noises. I just felt really called to do the video today. I was like, maybe I won't do it, maybe I will. Alright, so Sagittarius. I'm going to start with the food deck that I have. Food Fortunes. Written and illustrated by Jacques Lafayette. Well, I was shuffling these cards just to get them mixed up, and then this card came out, which is a 5. And it's these two officers being confronted by an alien in a spacesuit. So it's like the alien has arrived to Earth, is unfamiliar with the planet, and the officers feel like they're more under the command of the alien. So it's this alien is in an unfamiliar territory. Here's the UFO deck box. So the alien is in an unfamiliar territory and gaining command over the commanders of this planet.
Mama.
Okay, so 2 cards from the Food Fortunes deck. We have the Mess, which is the Firecracker Popsicle, and the Scoop Upright. Both of these are upright, and they're both melting, which is similar to how these police officers are acting under the force of this alien entity. The alien is also holding this key or this controller, and has this confident look on his face, and the officers are kind of like, ah. But the alien is still in a suit, so there's still this sense of needing protection on all fronts. I'm going to do another one from the UFO deck. And it's like juggling the stars. I think this is, Sagittarius, about needing to understand your own strength. Needing to understand, like, say if you were represented in this first card, you wouldn't be the alien, you would be one of the officers. Just because of the two ice creams, the popsicle and the ice cream that came out. They're both upright. They're both pretty basic popsicles and ice creams, but they're melting. And then the card underneath it is this light being juggling galaxies. And it's this juggle of these galaxies that is presented through multiple forces of strength, and needing to understand exactly your power in a situation. Maybe feeling like you had control of something and then not having control of this thing, and needing to take your power back. Like, you could take both of these food cards, throw them back in the freezer, and they could go back to normal. So it's not representing yourself with fear, not representing yourself with this non-confident vibe, and needing to have more confidence and understanding that you could juggle galaxies if you wanted to, Sagittarius. Like wearing your badge, not accepting your badge. So we have a 1 in reverse. And upright, this card is like dripping water into a lake, but in reverse, it's like the water's dripping back into this cup. Holding this melting ball in your hands in reverse. This alien holding this sphere of water, but it's in reverse. Not approaching a situation with fear, and standing in your strength, Sagittarius. I think that's a pretty clear message. So it's needing to get confidence on something where you might not be confident about, and understanding that if you fail at something, there's a reason for it, but that you are strong enough to succeed. Needing to get your inner strength and realize that you could juggle galaxies. And maybe it's that you're looking at a situation for too long, and that's what's making you question yourself. Maybe you're overanalyzing a situation, because in the very first card, This alien has to wear a suit to feel or have this superiority. So it's understanding that without this suit, without this appearance of strength, this other being would not be so powerful. I'm going to get one more card to close it off from the Goddess Guidance deck. Don't let outer forces alter how you feel about yourself. They're going to try to, because this is receptivity in reverse. The card says, allow yourself to receive. This will increase your intuition, energy, and ability to give to others. So it's in reverse. So you don't need to listen to other people. You need to listen to yourself. Be receptive to what you already know and feel about yourself in order to gain your confidence back. And that was a reading for Sagittarius. So next I'm going to move to the earth signs. And I will start with Taurus. Okay, so for Taurus, let's start with the Goddess Guidance card. Okay, for Taurus. Golden Opportunity, Sorceress, Bright Future in reverse, and Blossoming in reverse. So something may have already presented itself to you, and you have this opportunity to make something with it. Important doors are opening for you right now. Walk through them for Golden Opportunity. Sorceress, you're a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. And then Bright Future and Blossoming in reverse. So it's something that has already come into your atmosphere. And it's the way that you manipulate or use this resource that is going to move you forward. Fork in the road. But maybe you can't decide what to do with this resource because there are so many options available to you. So it could be an invitation to close off your openness to new information because you already have so much on your plate. And Ten of Swords just kind of came out sideways upright, so I can't not see it anymore. I think that this is, for Taurus, basically saying don't keep a closed mind, but kind of close up shop, because you're going through a path that's going to have so many options for you that you don't have the space for more opportunity. And these other opportunities are going to distract you from the golden opportunity. So needing to focus. And then this focus will put your clear intentions into reality. Yeah, 8 of Swords and 7 of Cups. 8 of Swords is reverse. Actually, 8 of Swords, which is the Justice card in this deck. So you may be needing to focus on the opportunities that have already presented themselves to you, because the resources, you may need to gather more resources specifically for these opportunities. Kind of organizing things into specific categories. Hold on a sec. Yeah, so there's so much information coming at you, Taurus, that you need to kind of get some clarity on the information and the resources that you already have, organize them so that you can use them to their full abilities. And next, I'm going to move to Virgo. Okay, so for Virgo, transformation. You are experiencing enormous change right now, which brings great blessings. So maybe Virgo has already put the work in for something, and it's like a lot of momentum at this current time to sit back and sort of observe. You might already have clarity on something. Soulmates card. Here's the transformation card. Something that you have been planning, have already been working on, have already put the work into, already have clarity about, is starting to come into fruition. And then soon, it will be time to move on and start a new project. which is going to be bittersweet, Virgo, because you put so much effort and so much work into this project that you're going to miss it. Here we have orphaned, upright, and happy, happy came out sideways. But you're going to receive some sort of reward for your outcome in this transformation. We have Four of Pentacles, sort of sideways, almost reversed, and then Ace of Cups came out sideways. So it's not necessarily the time to start planning this new beginning after this hard work that you have put into a situation is completed, because it's not completed yet. It's the time to enjoy this situation, but maybe you can't enjoy it because you know that it's ending, and that's why happiness has come out sideways. But you will experience lots of things in the near future that you could be planning. So don't start focusing on the next path just yet. Try to take the time to enjoy the work and the efforts of your labor, the gifts that you're receiving. Try to enjoy everything that's coming to you from the efforts of your labor. Not what you need to work on next, which is probably what you want to do. You probably want to focus on, oh, this thing is ending, what should I move towards next? But you need to focus on, oh, I'm receiving all of these great things from all this work that I put in. And to round it out, we're going to do a love card. Children are an important part of this partnership. So it's saying, like, this, it could be a child, but it also could be this just project. This project is like your baby. And this moment is this is just a moment to focus on this reward for all the work that you've put in. I think I'm actually going to end the reading and do a part 2 for the rest of the signs. I'll finish Capricorn, and then, no, I just have water signs left. It's just every time the children card comes out, I'm like, I need to go pay attention to my daughter. But I just have water signs and Capricorn, and then we're good to go. Yeah, but children fits that reading perfectly, because when you work on a project, it's like your baby. And it could be talking about a child. Maybe your child is graduating from school this year, and you're focusing on, oh, what am I going to do if I have empty nest syndrome? But you need to focus on right now and what's happening in this final year of school, because it's going to be more beneficial to you if you focus on the now. The last video I made, I paused every time I shuffled the cards, but I think I'm just going to show my shuffling. We have cycles. That's not for any sign, that's just a card I wanted to show. Every cycle, Virgo, has a time and a place, and You put in so much work towards something, and you're watching it end, you're watching it change, you're watching it transform, and it's just an invitation to enjoy it before it's completely over. So next we're going to be doing Capricorn. Okay, so Capricorn, Capricorn, Capricorn. I'm going to pull a card from the Hermetic Tarot for Capricorn. I just want to shuffle these a little more. Here's the deck cover for the Hermetic Tarot. Based upon the esoteric workings of the Secret Order of the Golden Dawn by Godfrey Dowson. I just really like the art in this deck too. And it has sort of a Capricorn vibe to it to me, where it's black and white, but it's very detailed. Very detailed. It shows the signs. The words are detailed. So we have 3 of Swords, Lord of Sorrow. Represented by Libra and Saturn. Three of Swords for Capricorn. 8 of Cups and 2 of Cups in reverse. Lord of Abandoned Success, and then Lord of Love reverse. So you may have just gone through a breakup. Maybe somebody left you for another person. Maybe you were expecting an opportunity that was given to somebody else. And Capricorn, you're very sad about it. There's something you were expecting to be yours that's not coming to you. We have Saturn and Libra. And then also Saturn and Pisces. And you're not sure why you didn't get this thing that you were expecting. Because you were expecting it. So 6 of Wands. Jupiter and Rahu. I'm going to show you the card since they are so detailed. Lord of Victory, but it came out sideways. So I think that this is an opportunity to reflect on maybe why you expected something that wasn't fully yours. Maybe why you expected something before you knew it was yours. It's like an overconfidence. So this card came out in reverse. And here's the reverse view, but here it is upright. And it's like you're fighting the air, like using this lightsaber to fight something when the enemy is behind you. So it's like you were prepared for something that was never really there. And that's why you have this feeling of sorrow. Needing to play the Fool. It's the Fool card. It looks the same upright and in reverse, but it came out sideways. So it's needing to be more lenient, needing to be more free-minded, not open-minded, but just free-minded. Because you're prepared for a battle that's not your battle. Like in this card that came out in reverse, the bear is just kind of like, what are they fighting? What are they fighting for? And it's because you expected this success that was never quite for you because you wanted it. So it's like an empty desire. And then 8 of Pentacles. Maybe it's something you haven't really put the work in towards, something that if you would have put the work in towards it, you would have already known that it would not have been for you. And that work would have led you to a different path of expectation. So it's needing to play the Fool. You're afraid to show your vulnerability. Vulnerability came out in reverse. You can be completely open with this person. Needing to understand. This card reading feels really sad. Needing to understand that this vulnerability that you're hiding from the world would have actually given you more strength towards this entire situation. Maybe being more honest with not only yourself but with the people around you would have given you a better understanding of what to expect and given others a better understanding of how to treat you and how to act with you. I'm going to do another card from the UFO deck to round it out, and 4 cards came out. So people have been analyzing you, and because you've been like this solid stone, this solid rock, they're unable to even make a decision. So it's like you're expecting something and you were so strong and expecting this thing and you're like, I'm going to get it, but because you tried so hard to show this confidence, you seemed like you were not overconfident. You were overconfident, but you didn't seem overconfident. You seemed more like you just didn't really care. And everybody's trying to figure you out. And you're not balanced because you're trying so hard to present yourself in a specific way. Trying so hard to control your surroundings that you lost control. And it feels so final, but there's a lesson in needing to understand that it's not final and that it's a lesson, and sometimes lessons are difficult. And that's my reading for Capricorn. So I think that it would be beneficial for Capricorn to be more vulnerable with people, reveal more of yourself so that people don't have to try so hard to figure you out. And it might feel like when you do try to be vulnerable that it doesn't give you the effect that you wanted, and maybe that's why you don't do it, because you're not doing it at the right moment. So it's needing to have that balance of heart and mind and listen to your environment to know when to be vulnerable. Okay, now we're going to move on to the last 3 signs, the water signs. And I'm going to start with Cancer. So immediately we have the Tower, Lord of the hosts of the mighty. So there's a tower moment here for Cancer. Something that is going to happen, is about to happen, has happened. You might have a moment where you lose yourself, Cancer. A moment where you're putting a little too much thought, a little too much effort into something, and you're going to completely lose yourself into this. So I would advise, Cancer, for you to meditate. And understand that you know who you are, and nobody else really knows you just as well as you do, because we have loyal heart and flexibility in reverse. Don't lose yourself, Cancer. Because there's going to be a moment that represents itself to you where you might feel like you are about to lose yourself. But recognize when these moments where you feel like you're going to lose yourself are moments that you actually are going to learn more about yourself through other people. These other people are not supposed to tell you who you are, but you are going to use these moments to either solidify something that you don't know or that you do know about yourself already. And it's going to be something very intense, represented by the Tower, and then this very large orb of light. And then 6 of Pentacles came out sideways. So there's something with like a community vibration where you're going to need to really stay firm in who you are and what you know, because you're going to be tested. I'm going to give Cancer one more reading from the Messages of Love deck. One more card for Cancer. Second chance. This relationship deserves a second chance. So who you are and who you know yourself to be is going to be tested, and you need to, it's going to be tested. So you really need to observe these things and don't give up on what you know about yourself. Other people are going to try and tell you, you did this, so that means you're this way, or you said this, so that means you think this. But you need to give yourself a second chance, take a Libra perspective, and maybe balance both perspectives and understand that you know what you know, and sometimes these knowings deserve a little roundabout. Okay, so on to Scorpio. Scorpio. Strength in reverse. So it might be needing to kind of open your mind a little bit about something. And then Three of Swords. Maybe another perspective is going to solidify something for you. So you're needing to be more open-minded into another perspective in order to gain a stronger opinion that you hold on something. Realizing that you're the captain of your ship. Other people's opinions, while they might differ, sometimes they're the same opinion that you keep. And sometimes you don't want other people's opinions because you know how you feel about something. But maybe listening to these other people's opinions is going to give you more of a confidence in your strength. More of a confidence in how you feel about these things. And then make it so that because you have this extra perspective on how you already feel, you don't need to go over these situations in the future when they come up again. You'll just know what to do and it'll be more cut and dry. Co-create in reverse. So I think that what this is saying is stay true to yourself, Scorpio. Sometimes it's necessary, especially for Scorpio, to change their mind about something. But right now, if your intuition is getting tested, pay attention to the things that make you realize why you have an opinion on something and what exactly about that opinion does need to be tested, because it's helping you see the holes in those opinions so that when an argument comes up in the future, you're more able to clearly define yourself. And that is my reading for Scorpio. And we're going to move on to Pisces. And this is going to be the last reading in this video. Okay. So we have the World card, Ace of Pentacles, Ten of Wands, and the Fool card. And all of these cards are upright. The Fool card shows itself the same in both ways on this deck, which is the Illuminated Tarot by Caitlin Keegan. Ace of Pentacles, the World, and Ten of Wands. So Pisces, you may be having a lot of things show up for you, and it's because you can handle it right now. Do not give up just because you're given so many things right now to observe and work with and deal with. You're being given so many things right now, Pisces, because you have the ability to work with these things. You're given guidance by a higher power to be able to handle all of this. So I'm going to use the Goddess Guidance deck. So don't give up, Pisces. We have Bright Future, Receptivity, Easy Does It, and Unconditional Love. So you may feel overburdened, but working through all of these things being drawn to you at this particular time is going to make you stronger. It's going to give you a brighter future, which came out sideways, but it's because you're not there yet. It seems like if you give something up, it will be easier for you, but giving something up at this particular time is not what's going to be easy. If something feels like you need to give it up, you might just need to set it to the side for a particular moment, just for a little tiny bit, and just take it easy. Don't let go of these extra wands. Just kind of take it easy with them for a little bit. Be receptive and unconditional, because these things being given to you are really going to be beneficial in the long run. And this is a divine counterpart connection, twin flame, which could be about love, but it could also just be like whatever's being presented into your life, which is going to be a lot of different things, is there for a reason. Don't get overwhelmed. Don't feel overburdened. They're yours, and easy does it. Take it easy with them. And you might feel like giving up on one thing, and maybe if you just let go of one thing, it'll all feel a little bit easier. But this tarot reading is saying not to do that. Okay, and that was a reading for Pisces. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day.